Hello everyone, I'm Fabio Ryan. I'm making a video response to the Happy Console Gamer, probably my favorite show on YouTube, and it's about their most nostalgic games. And I have to admit, I never play those games that Johnny and Robman are showing in the video, but just when I finished watching them, I really wanted to do a video response since I think it's a really great thing to share our nostalgic memories. And for this reason, to talk about my most nostalgic games, there are two actually, we have to go back in 1990. Um, During those magical days, like the end of the 80s, I basically started to hear about video games, but I never saw them actually back then. I was just like, oh yeah, video games, they sound interesting, whatever they are. I just heard about them. But I remember that I wasn't even in elementary school back then. I was very, very young. And one day my brother and I went to a friend's place, and quite recently he received an NES. Actually, yes, that was the first time I ever saw a Nintendo. And when we arrived, it was actually playing, and it was playing Contra. So, and it was also known as Probotector in Europe, or something like that. I don't know. The game is the same, it's just changed the name. But I remember that was the first game I ever saw, and it was mind-blowing, of course. I mean, I never saw anything like that before. And I was so stunned that I perfectly remember that I didn't play it. I couldn't do it. He asked me, like, do you want to try it? And I was, no, 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 don't worry, just keep playing. I just want to watch. This is so cool. I've never seen anything like this. So yes, I didn't play Contra back then, but it was fine, and I really didn't want to. It was just too much for me. I couldn't handle much more than that. Just watching was great for me, and I had a great time watching this friend of mine get his ass kicked at Contra because it really sucked. But I mean, it's the first video game I ever saw, and this uh, bring to the first time I actually play a Nintendo game, and we have to skip to October, so a couple of months later, because we're probably like June or May that I saw Contra. My brother received an NES for his birthday. Now you have to know about my brother that he actually hates video game. It's probably one of the things he hates the most. And he received an NES for his birthday with two games. Now he had this shining new gorgeous Nintendo in his hands, and he just looked disgusting and say, what are you gonna do with this? I don't care about this. I don't like video game. I should throw it away or just put it in a box in the garage. And on the other side of the room, there was me looking like this. Probably that I was so like I couldn't believe it. As you can see, I still like amazed today. Like a Nintendo, holy shit, we have a Nintendo. And my brother looked at me. I was probably looking like an idiot, and asked me like, "Do you want this? Like, I don't care. You can have it." I was, "Oh yes, thanks you, absolutely." And I just ran away. I went to the living room where we had our big TV, nothing too fancy, and with my dad's help, we hooked up the Nintendo, and I started playing the first game in my life, and that was Mega Man 2, and that is my nostalgic game. That is the game that started it all. My passion for video games, everything started with Mega Man 2. That October of 1990, so I'm still emotional about that. I played so much. I sucked really, really badly back then because I never played a Nintendo game before. I wasn't used to video games, but I love it for the first second on at the beginning of the game when there is that never-ending tower with Mega Man at the top. I was like, wow, this is so incredible. I'm gonna love this. I knew back then. It was like I knew that my life was changed. I mean, it sounds very dramatic, probably too much, but I knew that something changed inside me, and that I was gonna love video games for the rest of my life, basically. And 23 years later, I'm still here talking about video games. So, yeah. And it's amazing because I was so shocked, but in a good way. Like, I got a Nintendo, I got video games. All my friends gonna be so jealous, and they were. And it's funny that in that precise moment, all my friends were starting like to being introduced to video games. Like even my cousin, that even though she never I was never really interested in video games, had a Nintendo. My best friend received an NES for Christmas. That same Christmas we started to talk about video games that we're still doing right now. But it's all started because of Mega Man 2. And it's still probably my favorite game on the NES, one of my favorites of all time. Even if I probably have to do a list of my favorite game, even though it's very difficult, Mega Man 2 will be somewhere because I love the game. It is a great game, but also, of course, for nostalgia. I mean, it's my first game ever, so I couldn't not love it. And yes, I mean, the Blue Bomber will be special to me. And that is my special game. It all started with Mega Man 2, and I remember that the next Christmas, it was amazing. My parents were particularly generous that year. It never happened again for a long time that I received 3 games that Christmas. 3 in one occasion. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like that in years. And oh, by the way, of course, I got Mario together with Mega Man 2, but it was not as special as Mega Man. I mean, it was good. I like it, but Mega Man 2 was mind-blowing. But I remember that Christmas, my parents gave me Mega Man 1, DuckTales, and Zelda. So I couldn't believe it. I mean, oh my god. Like looking at Zelda with that gold cartridge, or Mega Man 1, since I love Mega Man 2 so much. I mean, oh my god, this is incredible. I got 5 NES games. For a while I just had 5, but it's amazing. I still remember that particular day when I started playing video games. I was in my living room, sitting on the floor, like very close to the screen, like playing like this with my NES, just get my ass kicked at Mega Man. It was amazing. But by the way, Mega Man is a very difficult game, but I had so much fun. And basically, this is the story how I became a video gamer, how my passion for video games started. So this is definitely my most nostalgic memory about video game, and I hope you like it. So hope to see you soon, guys, and take care.